Whoa, wow. Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen of the worldwide internet. We made it. We were supposed to be at 7 according to the stream schedule. So those of you who've been asking for us to put a stream schedule up will have noticed that we did, but we don't adhere to it because we're now an hour and 24 minutes late. But we're here. Are we here, guys, girls, folks?
I'm here.
More or less.
Which is it, more or less?
Could be just a facsimile.
There's about 30% of you is here, James, from like sort of the boobs up.
Less it is.
Nice. Happy Sunday, everyone. I see that folks are joining us, which is really cool. We're here to play some Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. We are here to continue our Vile Dawn superhero or anti-hero game. And it's been a long damn time since we've been able to play, but we've had some great things going on in the channel. So Chantel Kapustik has been running some one-shots for us, Call of Cthulhu short stories, really amazing stuff from the Grindhouse series. Tara Roy is going to be stepping up into the GM chair and running a series called, or I'm sorry, a story called Double Dare, which was originally, I guess we played that at Chaosium Con, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so she's going to do that. She's going to kill us. Byron is kicking off a Cyberpunk Red campaign, which is really exciting. Right. It's a first here on the stream. And I think the last announcement I wanted to share with you guys before we get into this is we now have an official merch store. So if you go to shop.mythbrigade.com, you will see the official logo stuff, hats and shirts and hoodies and, I don't know, diapers, whatever. And also t-shirts inspired by this series the episodes of our various series that we play here on the channel. So this one, in fact, is a Red Rocket quote. Would you, Tyler, could you share with the class what that quote is?
Be fast, eat ass.
That's right. That's right. Be fast, eat ass. But yeah, go to shop.mythbrigade.com. Check out what's there. It would really help us a lot to keep the lights on here on the channel. We're going to be doing a couple things. If you guys suggest a t-shirt idea live on stream, not only will you get and we accept the design, we'll put it out there. You will get a free one, and we'll send you some other goodies from Myth Brigade as well. And meanwhile, your shirt will be forever out there on the marketplace.
I can't wait to frame my Beef Fast Eat Ass shirt.
Right behind you, or like right on the wall.
I've got space.
Yes,
where it
should be.
So many good moments and so many good quotes, and I figured that was a pretty cool way to memorialize those. But before we get kicked off here, let's go around the horn and let's pick on Eric first. His camera's not working. You see it? It's working. It's all good. Audio's there. He's like in the city. What are you doing in the?
Either that or I'm an AI version of myself.
If that's hold up your hand, because if you've got like 17 fingers, then it's an AI version of yourself. No.
Can I add one like that?
Yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much what it would look like. Exactly right. Good. What have you been up to, real quick? And tell us if you're excited to play, or if you're just kind of general humdrum Sunday, Eric.
Oh hell yeah, I'm excited to play. This is a good game. I like it. It's fun. It's my favorite.
Is it your favorite, really though?
Well,
Don't
it's
answer
a
that. It's
toss-up
fine.
between this and Baldur's Gate 3.
That's why you were late, isn't it?
No, I was late because of my camera, and I didn't troubleshoot my camera because I was cleaning my aquarium.
There's so much to talk about, but let's do that another time.
Sure.
There's not words.
I had to clean my stove.
Yeah.
My
That's-
fish need clean water, man.
Well, that's true. At least you, yeah. Fine. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go.
Wow.
I'm just gonna move on.
Just hit the wall there.
Gonna move on. I'm doing it. Thorg, Garrett, McLean. How are you, sir?
Good.
What have you been up to?
Good. Work and Cub Scouts and lots of.
What
fun
badges have you
projects.
earned in Cub Scouts, by the way?
Me? I don't earn badges.
Because you cause too much
dead
trouble,
leader.
or do you? Nice.
Nah, over the summer it's just hikes, and then we did a couple camps.
Awesome.
So,
It's amazing.
yeah, kids had fun.
Did you guys play any RPGs at all? Like at camp, you could play some Call of Cthulhu and scare the living shit out of those children.
Not at this age group, no.
No. Okay, kids.
My daughter at the Halloween camp heard, the Taily Poe from the Scary Stories book from way back when. Yeah, she got halfway through that and ran out of the lodge.
Nice.
So that she didn't do
She
that.
ran out of the
Scoutmaster.
lodge into the darkness.
Yeah.
You should remind her that that's how many horror
Yeah,
movies start.
That's not. Yeah, it's not a good self-aware. Yeah.
Right on.
My Scoutmaster always told this horrible ping pong joke. I'm not going to tell it now because it's bad, but just know.
Just know, everyone, that out there in the
know.
ether is a horrible
That was-
ping pong joke. Cool. All right. Well,
That was his one.
Is it? But that one time I was in Reno.
Basically.
And Big Mom.
Byron, GM, store entrepreneur. What the hell's going on with you, man? You got a new mic?
But, well, technically it's an old mic, but I used to have this mic downstairs when we had the thing before I got my new camera. When I had the shitty camera, but then the camera had a mic in it, so whatever, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
no, so I rehooked it back up, trying to increase quality and atmosphere and whatever.
Sounds
you know.
beautiful.
And so yeah, just trying to use what I got. Got some new monitors. Somebody gifted me a monitor, and unfortunately don't have that one working yet. Just one port's not working, but
I saw this gaming monitor and I forget the dimensions of it. So I have two here, and then I have the two laptops that I use for different things, but one's work so I can watch what weird shit's going on there. But this thing was like this wide, and it's curved, so you can just kind of. I'm like, I need that. I'll get a
what John
10.
has. Doesn't John have a 48-inch?
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
I
probably
think
why
he
he's got
said
such
he
a
said it
luscious
for you.
tan now.
I think Tara said she had a big monitor too.
I try not to say things like that because it's
Yep.
never as
I mean,
true.
she said it. I mean, but,
Well,
but no,
thanks.
super excited to be playing some Cyberpunk coming up. Thank you for everyone that watched the stream of the Fall of London. It was anybody who wants to go back and look at the final episode, they can see me just about have like an aneurysm in the middle of the game. So because
Tara, what the
Tara,
fuck, dude?
Yeah, that was the most shocked I've ever been in a game session period.
So for those, just to get the teaser out there, for those who didn't necessarily follow it, who happen to see it through this, we're at this sort of end, and Tara's just like, well, I'm just going to go and do this thing that every GM doesn't want the player to do, like the one thing. The one thing that probably there's like this little thing in the side of the module, if they're, that says, if players do this, they're just dead.
No, this shit was so crazy. It wasn't
great.
even in the module. Wasn't even in the module.
Yeah.
But whatever. It was a great time. It was a great time. Had a blast with it. So we'll be running some homebrew. So Cyberpunk's going to be my first homebrew ever. We'll be delving into the city of New Arcadia. And we'll have some session zeros and some stuff coming up soon.
Woohoo.
And then kicking it off properly in October, really.
Yeah,
for, like,
and I'm going to hold you to
official,
this.
like,
I'm going to harass
session.
you about this until I don't have
Still
to
waiting
anymore.
on a date.
You and I need to collaborate on a date because the 100 Acre Wood.
You tell me.
Garrett's
what date.
playing. We've got Jordan's going to play. We have Tommy. We have Marissa. We just need, what, 2 more people? Stream?
Yeah. So if you would like to have your childhood ruined.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, let's move on, Byron, to Tyler. What the hell? What's going on, dude? You're on mute is what you're doing.
Hell yeah. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, I like to think that's all you were saying when you were on mute. Yeah. Okay.
I've been playing a bunch of Cyberpunk, prepping for this campaign. About 2077. Put a few hours into that.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Have you seen the mods where it's like completely photorealistic? I'm James. I'm sure you have. Holy God, yes. I want to do that, but I get motion sickness with first person, so I'll vomit. That's what'll happen. I mean, like,
Terrible.
yeah,
It's a great game.
yeah. It looks
Now that
amazing.
there aren't any problems with it.
Moving on to Mr. James. I think last but not least.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I also played Cyberpunk 2077 recently. Thought definitely a solid game. Also saw Deadpool Wolverine. Great movie.
Okay. It was pretty good. It was good. It was really
You can
good.
see it.
It was good.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't know. That could be a whole episode. We're not gonna play a game tonight, guys. Let's just talk about that movie.
This is a watch and react.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready to kick off and play some Savage Worlds?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You see my brontosaurus back there? There he goes. Behave yourself. If I jet out of the chair all of a sudden, it's because he's chewing Jimmy's bass guitar. Come here.
Well,
Sorry.
at least it's not the drummer's rug.
Yeah, no, because that would be death. You can't do that. The drum rug. All right. First of all, the song that's playing right now is not conducive to the mood that I'm trying to set. It's like Nintendo music or something.
We
So,
can't hear it anyway.
well, check this out.
That sucks.
That was worth the copyright claim, guys. I don't even know. I'm sorry.
I don't know how conducive that is.
So,
Sounded like noise to me.
yes. All right. Who's got the dog? Oh, I've got the dog. That's not my dog. It's like no one's owning up to it. There's no dog here. All right.
I have 2 dogs, but they're not barking.
So technically, I muted myself because of the dog, and then I tried to say that it was my dog, but
you can't.
I couldn't.
You can't.
Because I was muted.
Yeah. Nice.
So, my dog.
All right. I'm more happy with this. So the last time we got together, the team had found themselves in a bit of a predicament. They were trying to, well, I wouldn't call it negotiate. They were trying to make contact with this strange alien species as a result of their first teleport attempt using coordinates stored in a phone from the RV that was broken down from prior episodes. Stacy transported there, following in the footsteps, obviously, of someone who is connected to Dr. Ignatius Vile's horrible plot. But conversations didn't go as smoothly as expected, and a hasty escape was necessary as a galactic war began, probably. You're not sure, but it kind of had that galactic war vibe. So, dialing for destinations took you then to this silo-style airlock. There, after a lot of deliberation and the whole high radiation situation, you guys plunged into this mine. I won't say plunged, because you're kind of still at the doorway, in a sense. There, you found, it seemed, that these sort of alien, almost like the Greys, well, in fact, very much like the Greys, seem to be able to communicate by sort of fluttering or vibrating their some kind of membrane in their ear. Are working here to mine these crystals, overseen by a kind of juggernaut robot that you were not prepared to face. The first one took an awful long time, guys. I mean, lots of bennies and lots of time. But from a variety of really great actions, like Red Rocket jumping on its back and tearing it open and starting to chip away at all the juicy bits. And then, of course, Gundy barfing into the thing. It's his acidy vomit. Mordred going back and forth. You manage to take it down. And so, of course, stealthily you move down the hallway until you first encountered, I guess, then the miners. Red Rocket using all the charm, and who doesn't love a little dog? He was doing so well. I watched the stream. He was really doing well, or watch a replay. But then Mordred comes up behind him, this looming knight with the sword and the armor and the big scariness, and freaked this alien out. So called out an alarm, like, oh God, this thing isn't supposed to be here. And so now, after some period of time, we find ourselves in the middle of violence. There are more of these things. You're tangling with the one that you see on the map. And if you'll recall, you sort of heard that kind of sound from different parts of the caverns. So I don't remember where we were in initiative or what just happened, but essentially there's this battle royal going on, and I'm assuming that people are being thrown into walls, and you guys are attacking the robot, and it's attacking you back. I think we're going to go with the initiative that's there already, because that saves me some carpal tunnel. Except, oh, that's a player view. Sorry, I can't change it. Got to use this. Okay, so this robot, I think, guys, is still up and running, because I didn't get that, if I'm being honest, I didn't get to the very end. Let's assume it's kind of damaged. There's this fever-pitched battle going on. Spectral Avenger, you're up. You've been squirting your goo, I mean, your ectoplasm on these things. It hasn't had a massive impact, but you're there. And you're trying to distract them and whatever. So what are you doing?
Until I can think of something better, I'm going to do more of the same. Look for whatever kind of optics or cameras or sensors or whatever it's got, and just slime it.
Absolutely. So there's a couple of eyes.
I don't have very many things to use against machines.
Yes, exactly. And you know, you had these sort of kind of alien creatures that were around or whatever that you theoretically could influence, but point taken that you don't know if they're enemies per se. They do have that sonic weapon, which Tyler remind me to give you information about that, because you have one of those. It's like well, not a weapon, it's actually a mining tool. So you're gonna give me a little more information. What are you gonna try to do? This, again, these robots themselves, I think, are about 8.5, 9 feet tall. They hover off the ground with some sort of repulsor thing. Theoretically, they could walk, but they're not. What are you doing?
If I can get in his face, mostly I want to make myself the focus of its attention. I'm going to distract it.
So I like to think that there's this moment where you get in its face and then the camera snaps to what it sees, and it doesn't even see you there, right? It doesn't respond to you because you're not there as far as it's concerned. So you're going to get in its face and do what?
I'm going to swing at it, make myself look aggressive.
Okay. So you're going to swing at it. It doesn't see you, so you're just like, rah! But camera smashed it. But you can leave ectoplasm, as we discussed.
So it doesn't seem like it registers my existence at all?
It doesn't seem like it does at this moment, no.
Okay. Way to make me feel insignificant.
Well, I don't think, like I said, as I go back, I don't think any of them, and correct me guys if I'm wrong, because it has been a long time, but I don't think these things attacked you at all. You were just there splattering and smushing, and the rest of them were...
Which ones? The little ones?
No, the big guys. The big ones.
Guys.
They
Big
attacked
guys,
you
definitely.
guys, but not him, not the ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Right,
that's
yeah.
true. They have not attacked me.
Technically, they didn't attack me either, but
That's because you were too busy behind the booger. That's because you were too busy behind the booger wall or whatever that was that you made.
bodyguard for somebody who got their face kicked in.
That's right. Okay, so I'm gonna give me a fighting roll, Donovan. Let's make sure all our roly rollers are working the way they should. Ooh, okay. So we're early in. You're just there, and you kind of ooh, I'm scary, or whatever you're doing, and you're gonna spend a penny to try to get some slobber all over its optics.
No.
Okay, so let it go. So again, just like before, you're smacking at it, and the one time you got over the vent, it's ventilation thing, and it was making bubbles of ectoplasm or whatever, but you're there doing that. Gotta remember, I gotta manage over here. Okay, so its turn. As it rotates toward you, there's this moment where you hear. It's not even like a sound so much as like a buffeting of the air. Enough. Just kind of almost rattles time. Everybody make a spirit roll, please.
Oh, come on.
Well, you are a spirit. So,
Yeah, I am.
yeah.
Hello.
What am I looking at? It's a red rocket. Oh, you double. Okay, that's funny.
That's why I said, come on.
Yeah. So you are going to be shaken and knocked prone. This is the first time you felt anything, Donovan, physical in forever. Like, it reminds you what it used to be like when you, as a kid, when you played football. You just get hit so hard by this. You guys see the ghost literally just get swept back off of its proverbial feet. Anybody else fail? Looks like the wild dice saved Blox.
Mordred.
Mordred's a double.
Double one.
Oh, oh, wait, what?
Hey, you got two of them.
Man.
Two of us.
He can swing.
Okay, Mordred. So you're there, and you're just kind of ready for battle. But then there's this moment where just you feel rattled to your core. It's something you haven't felt since way back when you got sort of crossways with Merlin. It's that level of power that you feel, and it brings you to your knee. And you're there just kind of... Interestingly, though, this robotic construct stops as well. What are the rest of you guys doing? You recover, but it's literally as if I just like... You ever been next to someone in traffic that blows a train horn? One of those people that puts a train horn in their car? Or is that just a Florida thing?
Mostly a Florida thing.
So, anyway, massively...
Fair, Ohio is a lot like Florida.
Except you don't have train horns, apparently. Yeah. Never mind. Anyway, Gundy, you first. What are you doing?
Good question. How did Blox girl get ahead of me? She just ran up there.
She got up from behind the booger wall and she was ready to go. I'm not going to say what you guys were calling it. It was pretty funny.
Remind me. I thought that we heard something coming from that north passage down too.
Yep. This is factual. You guys, when we left off, you were of the impression that you were surrounded by these things, which is not good.
Did the voice like emanate from the robot, or is it just
no?
like
No, that was not. It was omnipresent.
Okay.
It was from everywhere, and it happened only seconds ago. So yeah, I don't know where you were at the very end, Gundy, because we weren't keeping minis moving. What are you doing?
Oh no, I was staying. I originally stayed back, and that's when I heard the sound thing. And
Okay.
I was like, nah, screw that shit.
Yeah. So you were in mid-run when you heard this thing, and it's like, enough. What do you do?
I run down, skirt the wall, and get up by the doggy.
Okay.
Mr. Rocket.
Blox. Wait, so you're going to run now? Are you going to take any other action, or are you just going to...
I'm going to... No. Because everything I would do would be, like, reflexive, like putting up snot walls. And so I'm waiting, because if it's saying enough, either it's going to continue to attack or it's going to stop. So I'm waiting.
Yep. Blox, what are you doing?
So you said this creature or whatever, this robot or whatever, does it have like a bunch of openings and stuff on it?
It does. So a variety of them. So it's very heavily armored, but if it lifts its arm, say like this, there's some stuff you can go for there. Rocket proof. There's a hatch on the back that you can get to, and with great strength and precision, pull off the door, and then bash the crystals out and make it not happy. It's got two weird eyes.
Traits.
I am going to do something I've never done before, well, for a long time at least. So I've turned into a swarm of butterflies before. So I am going to turn into a swarm of flying ants.
Okay.
And I'm going to basically fly into all of its little openings and everything that it has.
Nice. I like
I
that.
try to basically merge with it.
Ooh, and then so you're just kind of getting all up in there, and then you're going to be sort of.
I'm just going to try to literally make this thing have an infestation
Okay.
of little Lego ants.
Give me a spirit check at -2
Ugh.
as you do that.
I'll use a penny.
Is that what you're going to do? Ooh, okay.
Eat that.
So you do. So as you're about to do that, right? You kind of feel this interruption of your connection to yourself, parts of you. Like you're normally it's probably this dizzying, horrible thing to master of controlling all these little parts at the same time. There's a moment where you feel yourself glitching out really bad. But then you're like, you kind of fight against it. And yeah, you up in there, all up in the machinations of this thing. It is still not moving. But there's all sorts of things whirring around in there, and you can see some lights and some circuit boards and robot-y kind of shit in there. What are you going to do? So let's assume that's your action and your move. So tell me what's your intent, though? What are you looking for in there?
So my intent is not really to look for anything. My next action is because I can take a round to prime and then explode. Is that I am going to prime myself in the next round, and then the following round blow the fuck up.
Oh, that's sexy. I love it. Thank you, Byron. Let's move on.
Yep.
So okay, fine. Mordred's down on one knee. Spectral Avenger. Rocket, what are you doing? This sound wave hit you hard, real hard. And actually, what's funny, you give me a notice check, actually. I think it would be good. +2 for you, because you were over there. So, yeah, 7. When this sound happened, you were still focused. You kind of happened to be glancing at one of these sort of workers, the alien workers, and it literally just goes down to the floor, like, oh, shit. And is like scooting backward away from the scene as if like, uh-oh, kind of thing.
All right, so we think, Gundy say you heard something coming from the tunnel to the north.
Yeah, I think you all did, but I think you see Gundy come running. Like he's spilling his PBR, his last PBR everywhere. Yeah.
Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm going to continue down this tunnel straight, kind of skirting around this guy that's crouched, and see if I can... How far whatever's coming is. I assume something's coming from this direction too.
Oop, don't want to do that. Yeah, so you move.
I'm willing to bet I'm faster than them.
You're absolutely faster. So you zip. The only thing I would say is, are you trying to really haul ass? Or
not right now.
Okay.
No, if I get in danger, we'll get some. We'll decide that.
Yeah. So you come up, and basically you see what I've revealed here. And again, you've got a lot of moves. So you tell me, you go straight, you go down. What do you do?
I'm gonna go down.
Okay. So I picture Rocket's just like hauling ass and kicking up dust as he sort of skids and goes south. So this entire wall here, did I reveal that? No, I guess not. Here. This entire wall is like this massive amount of this crystal, this unrefined crystal that somehow they're using to control minds and other things with whatever this technology is. There are no other entities in here. What do you do? I know you get a bunch of actions. So what do you got left for me?
I'll just continue my move. Just kind of glance around the room. I just want to make sure there's nothing in here, like no person, no being.
Okay.
And then I'll go back down the hall.
Okay.
And forward.
Okay. So here's what happened was, can you see that?
Oh, hey.
Yeah. So you're just like around the corner, and this thing is there. and it is. I'm going to assume it's surprised because you move so fast. Like there's no way it could be like, oh, I anticipated everything, but it is ready with that big maul, if you remember, and the plasma lance thing. It's
yeah, I
right
remember.
there. Yeah. What do you do?
Well, fuck. I'm just gonna start yanking at fucking wires because I'm down below it, so I assume I can see up into it.
I mean, it's not like hollow, right? So it's got the biggest place where you found vulnerability was the hatch on its back, which meant a whole melee and a fight thing. Right now, it's not doing anything to you. I'm just saying, it's there, and it could be about to, but it's not.
I'll keep prancing past it. I know I'm fast enough.
You press past.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to assume with the various movements that takes up your turn. Let's flip it. Mordred, and let's do some new initiative. Actually, how do you do that?
If it's the end of my turn, I would back up instead of pressing forward.
Okay. See if it'll work. Yeah, it did. Hooray. Ooh, Gundy. No, Joker. So Gundy has an ace on the initiative. So you're at it. You take the last sip of your PBR and do what?
Man, Stacy's in that other chamber. I got nothing because not doing anything.
What do you do?
What are they doing to you? Are they making you do this?
So you're stepping out. So you run up to this alien and you're talking to him. I love that. I'll save this for a minute. So you step up in this thing. Again, it looks like a gray alien. He's about 4 feet tall. You run up on him, and he drops his mining pick. I'm going to assume this isn't the one that Rocket got his
Usually
from.
You're the ones doing the abduction.
Do you grab him? And he just, as you pull him, you notice all kinds of marks that are unmistakably scars all over this creature. And the other thing that you notice is you remember that it was able to shriek like they witnessed, but it's like, there's no structure to form words there. And its lips are just completely, basically scarred away.
If I see that before I grab a hold, I'm going to stop and then I'm just going to, I'll be a lot more gentle with him.
Yeah, he seems he's emaciated. He seems absolutely terrified. And at this moment, stepping in just before Spectral Avenger gets his shit together.
But if something does happen, I will. If I do get threatened, I will react. But
you see,
that's all I got.
Let me just put this here. It's easier for the stream. So stepping.
I hope it's not that big.
Yeah, he's that big. He just like smashes through. Stepping out of the wall, roughly the same height and makeup, but wearing this bizarre contraption of biomechanical eyes that kind of almost like Medusa sort of move, but more clockwork, more precise movements. They switch and they turn, and some of the eyes kind of like they rotate, and some of them blink or whatever. Literally just phases out of the wall, similar to what you would expect Spectral Avenger to do. Right. He's still not that big.
I swear to God, that's the one that inducted me.
He steps out.
Everybody called me crazy.
This is enough violence. Hold or die.
Says it. With zero, no apparent armaments. His clothing, so he is wearing a loincloth, so you can't guess at, well, he or it is wearing a loincloth. Sandals like you might expect to see like in Egypt almost, like these sort of very primitive sort of footwear, some bangles on its wrists, and then its upper body is covered with some sort of like, it's almost like a weird sheen. You can see the texture of the flesh and the musculature underneath. Again, about 4.5 feet tall. What do you do? Blox is about to explode in there. So good.
Actually, this turn I'm just going to be primed, and the next turn I'll
Yep.
explode.
So you're in there. You're probably blissfully unaware, Blox, of what's happening, right? You're just kind of in there, like focusing. The robot is standing there. Spectral Avenger, it was kind of your turn. So what do you do?
I'm going to. I'm going to pass for now. I'm interested in what the creature has to say.
So you're gonna hold.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the bad guy? Did she hurt you?
So Blox is now primed. So we pass her on to Mordred. So Mordred,
I'm
what do
going
you?
to say back up. Because I can speak while I'm in animal
Yeah.
form.
So you hear this kind of weird. What does that sound like to them though? It's not normal.
It's very high pitched.
I like to think like popcorn in a bag, but Legos.
So as you say that, give me another spirit check. Ooh. Only just, okay. Mordred, what are you doing?
I'll get back up, turn to face that thing. I think whatever power that was that affected me would probably not have as much mental effect because I placed fearless on him, so he's not scared.
No,
So
it's not fear. It was more just being overwhelmed.
Give some like physical effect for it, like peel off my helmet and vomit up a conspicuous amount of blood or something.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. That's gross. So, but you don't act against this thing or what? You hear, everybody give me a notice check, because in this moment, let's see who notices Blox warning. That's the other thing. Wow, Red Rocket is like, oh shit, better not go that way. Gundy is all good.
I'll just fail it on purpose.
Okay, shit. You're just like, I'd like to take at least one wound this campaign. Fair enough.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. So, let me add a turn here. Gonna recall all. Gonna deal some more.
What? So what did she say?
Back up.
Oh, there's a Joker on the table, and Mordred has it.
Wow, I never get
Look at that.
All the good guys get bennies.
always last.
But the bad guy has got an ace. So, are you gonna use your Joker and act, or what?
What was that?
Are you gonna use your Joker?
I'm not going to go first. I'll see what's happening.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Fine. So you do
But
that.
he shook up from the psychic voice or whatever the hell that was.
Yep. So this thing basically just it's standing there again, and it's not looking at anything, but these eyes are undeniably looking at everything. Just like it's almost like enough eyes to be a beholder, right? One of them, you notice, kind of just like and begins to glow. And around this robot is this shaft of light that comes up from the ground. What do you do? Nothing? Joker guy?
Make sure I'm not standing in it.
Okay. Yes, you take a sort of instinctual step back. As you do that, though, Blox, spirit roll, please.
Cough up, spit out some more blood, and like gesture one moment to the alien guy.
You're just like, hang on, I'll fight you. So yeah,
you made it again.
Yep, got it. So you're just kind of, you feel this tug again. You're glitching out really bad. This is not normal. It's a first. It's like normally you're aware of all of your parts, but it's like parts of you are going dark.
None of this is fucking normal.
The robot is on next, but he has been told to hold, and he's going to listen. Who is this? Is it Mordred next? Wait a second. Yep. Mordred, what are you doing? You leaving it? You
Yeah, I'll jump in.
You gonna okay? What are you gonna do?
I'll let you know.
Yep. Okay. Spectral Avenger.
I'm gonna take Blox's warning and back up down to. It's dark, but down to somewhere south of where I'm at.
Okay. No worries.
Is there anything down there?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Let me just show you.
I'm just gonna basically move as far away as I can.
Why is L Fog of War not doing things? There it goes. Thank you. That's what you see. So, as you moving south again, this is happening fast, right? So you don't have time to really kind of like soak in all that's in here. There's a very large chamber. There are some lights here.
As long as I don't run headlong into something.
No. There are no adversaries that you can see down here, and there's lots of these crystals in the walls, ceiling, the ground, more of a powder toward the ground. And there is over here some kind of old structure, but that is not something that you have time to evaluate. So any other action, or are you just gonna...
Mostly I just want to put distance between me and Blox. I don't know what she's doing. She said back up.
Okay.
I am going to keep my attention on what's going on to the north and that creature.
Got it. Okay, so you're well aware this creature is there, again, focused, and there's some kind of... It almost looks like a shimmering... like a shimmering cylinder around the robot. Gundy, you hear this sort of, watch out, back up, whatever. What do you do?
How big is Gray?
The crazy gray guy, the one with the eyeballs, it's about the same. He's a little taller, like 4.5 feet, maybe.
I'll scoop him up and run towards around the corner.
Wait. Which one? The nice one or the guy with the eyes?
The nice one.
Okay.
Nice one. The one that's freaking out.
Oh yeah. You can absolutely scoop his ass
And then
up.
just run him around the corner.
Okay. The first thing you notice is you scoop him up. He's like very, very moist.
Oh.
He's very.
Sick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We're gonna be friends.
Let's have an athletics check though, and see how this works out, because you're trying to hurry.
Slippery.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hold on to the wet noodle.
Yeah. So you scoop him up. Yeah, he's really bony. His skin is very sort of leathery and moist. Maybe it's sweat. You don't know, but it's like it's got like a viscous kind of grossness to it. But yeah, you get around the corner, and what do you do with him when you get him around the corner?
Set him down.
Okay. So you kind of like almost like sort of skid into the rubble right as you put him down, trying to get away. Anything else, or are we moving on?
Rocket, she gonna blow.
You hear this, Rocket, as you're hauling ass past, right? Because you were coming back, and you're just like, athletics check to see if you can avoid, because you move fast to avoid stopping right in the middle of it. Okay, good. What are you going to do? Muted. Sorry.
Every fucking time.
I know, it's a damn mute mode. Does it all the time. What are you doing?
You guys should probably move down there, you know. I'm gonna take cover next to Gundy in the gray.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like use my arms to cover my head. And
Okay. Yeah, that's so cute. This little Welsh corgi just like slides in with his little Nikes on and puts it fucking.
just take cover.
Nice.
I'll actually use my arms to protect all of us, because the metal will protect us all.
That's fair. So you usually like kind of like this weird group hug. Nice. Okay.
I am Groot.
So I would like to assume. I think this is who is this? Yeah. this guy would have made his way away with all this shit going on, at least to some degree. Let me just kind of update this a little bit. Mordred here, this other guy. Okay.
I was hopeful for him, but I wasn't going to go over there and save him.
Yeah. He wouldn't have. There's no way that guy would have just stood there like, duh. He's like walking around waiting for someone to walk up and say, I'd like to browse your wares. Okay, listen. So, Blox, tell me what this is like.
How many yards is a square?
1 inch is, you said it's like 5 feet or whatever. So 1 yard. Actually, no, it's 1 yard. So 1 square is basically 1 yard.
Okay, so everything in 12 yards.
Tell me what it's like from the inside.
Takes that. So for a brief moment, like each individual like ants, their wings start to vibrate. It's like, and you probably hear like this sound, like a hive is like active, like right here in your face, and then all of a sudden it just goes.
Yeah, so I think Gundy and Rocket, because they've got super hearing, are just like, oh shit.
Yeah, and each block is equivalent to steel, so it's literally like just each individual steel bee or each ant is just exploding.
She's the perfect terrorist weapon.
So that's right there on the inside. What happens on the outside? Okay, Mordred, you hear the and this shit just channels straight up. So all of that force, none of it goes out like this because this cylinder of force holds it all in. So the ceiling takes essentially a cumulative blast damage and parts of it start to fall.
Turn it into a cannon.
The robot is blown to smithereens, like just. But as this happens, the pieces which start to rain down stop in midair and settle themselves very peacefully to the ground.
I said, enough!
And you're like, back into your form in a very horrible, jarring way. You're tired, but you did it. What did the rest of you do?
Yeah, I'm fatigued.
Holy shit, she did it. That was all theory.
You have come here uninvited. You think this collateral damage matters? Silly girl. Silly girl.
And you were thrown against the wall.
You're destroying our planet, bitch. From around the corner.
So, right there with you, I'm not going to move the token. Yes, I will, because otherwise continuity will get us all in trouble, and I'll forget that I didn't move the token, and I'll be like, oh, it's all up in your face.
I am destroying nothing.
Oh.
Right there with you.
I mean, like, crap my pants reaction, just acid just sprays out of my mouth.
You going to try to attack this thing?
No, I mean, it was pure reflex. She scared the shit out of me.
Your kind came here and exerted its will against my kind. I served them as I must, only until I no longer must.
Oh, well, let us help you stop him.
Well, hey, you don't have to follow that fucking guy anymore.
You're all like cowing.
Hey, asshole.
Curious creature. Curious creature.
Which one?
I must, for I am bound to him.
Oh. That sounds rapey.
I do not know rapey.
Good.
We'll help you out with that.
Now's not the time to explain that.
God. Oh my God.
What
my
do you
God.
mean you're bound to him?
Is it this stuff? And then I'll use like my ability to like form matter and stuff to make it look like the like a beholder stalks coming out, but it's just goopy.
You do that to yourself?
Yeah.
It studies you as you eat your porridge or whatever that is. Sorry. So what is your intent? So you're forming some kind of trying to blend in, or what's your point?
No,
there? So-
make it
yeah.
like, is it these things? Like, Because she's got the stalks, right? Would that look like mechanical eyes or something?
You
around it?
speak. Is it your
He's not the
foolish
intelligent
weapons?
one.
Is it
So
your
let's-
foolish weapons that bind you to your kind?
Weapons. What?
These things of yours. Of course it is not these that bind me to him. It is much worse than that. Much more than that.
Do you have orange crystals in your head?
Orange crystals.
Whatever they are.
It looks around.
He's
Think-
colorblind.
So's the dog.
Unfortunate your planet truly is overpopulated with genetic imperfections. It has been such since last my kind was there to serve you, to teach you, to turn you into something more than filth, carrying stones for the rest of us. No matter. I see use in you monkeys and this curious creature as well.
K9.
That's a scientific terminology.
Science indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
Dr. Ignatius Vile has turned your
Let's
own against
defeat
you.
Vile.
Yes, indeed. There may be an opportunity for us to join forces. There is a place, you see, where all of these crystals, as you say, their power culminates in a nexus. Every movement, every emanation goes through this nexus. If you destroy the nexus, it will rob him of his ability to control his thrall. We can recover in time, after he is dead. But you must return something very precious that he's taken from me.
You can't get your virginity back.
I think you say this as you come walking back up from having dealt with that. It
Kind
Looks
of
like she's ready to pass out.
it sort of glares at you.
Super tired.
You are so right, young one. And you may never lose yours.
I don't hear that often.
Yeah. So she this
It is my child.
Oh, that's worse. Okay. I'm in.
I serve your Dr. Vile.
Not mine.
Yeah, we're not really associated.
He is one of you more than any that you will find here, or in 1,000 galaxies. He is like you. He smells like you.
I like
His
this. I don't
thoughts
smell
are
like
like
them.
yours.
I actually start to
Definitely doesn't smell
emanate
like me.
smell that makes him smell like them. The bacteria here is weird.
I have no desire to see you ruin this operation or kill any of my kin.
The one I picked up, but okay.
It,
it indicates the one.
I see you have compassion, which sets you apart from many of your ilk.
That's true. And I look over at Blox.
Facts.
Real slowly.
Complete facts. Truer than you might think.
I am many things. I control time. I see outcomes and possibilities. But there is little I can do to interfere with his plan directly, lest he take her life.
I know that. That's a boy as old as time.
Indeed. Sadly. And yours is a very
Sacrifices have to be made.
sacrifices. You
Well, let's us try
believe
taking out this
my
Nexus
child is a
Smack her in the
sacrifice.
back of the head.
Girl,
Somebody give her a Snickers out of the truck.
Is that what you believe?
She did just rip all the molecules in her body apart rapidly, so she's not quite all put back together yet. Yeah.
The fact that
that's
she
not
was
true.
allowed to resume her normal form was a kindness. Know that.
We're talking out of her ass. She's usually a bitch.
Also facts.
Well, perhaps we should bargain differently.
I do that.
Your vehicle is mine now.
Stacy.
Your lives will be much shorter than you would expect here.
So
No matter
Stacy
how
is
many
kind
of these machines you destroy.
So Stacy is kind of like Gundy's daughter.
It's true.
So like you clearly don't know anything about humans because you cannot take a redneck's truck.
My point is this.
The only thing you can do that is a country song.
I need not allow you your freedom. Let me show you something.
Blox girl disappears.
Oh, Jesus. I was waiting
Finally.
for that.
You
Can we just start
reappear.
laughing?
So there's this moment where you're just like, oh shit, right?
That was your big play?
You it's like, oh, thank you so much. We're gonna do this for you now.
Now that you have her, can I have
You
my truck back?
so there's this moment, Blox.
Keep her.
There's this moment where you're just like you feel yourself again glitching out from reality, and you're back in a space that is just a tiny bit larger than what you need to occupy it. Stone, close all the way around.
You are temporary, like all of
me?
us.
No, this is Blox. You guys are else.
It's like, shit, tell me that.
Your
tell me
lack
that
of
800 years ago.
appreciation for those that would ally with you, your lack of ability to understand opportunity will be your undoing, girl. So let us say it simply. Die here, or make an accord with me. And let us save your filthy, monkey-infested shithole of a planet together. Please?
And
She's
you're
still
like,
here too? Is she in both places? at the
well,
same
so
time?
what you see is she or whatever
I'm
is
calling
just
she, I don't
standing
care.
there politely. She says, "Let me show you something." And what do you say to her as Blox is gone? You're just like, "Oh,
Oh, I had something. I just lost it. Ugh.
I think it was something like "Thank you."
yeah, it was."
I
it
mean,
was.
we did say that jokingly because we were like, okay, all right.
But was it a joke?
You can, yeah, yes.
We're gonna need the kid back, you know.
You can keep the. Fuck.
You can't keep the truck or the kid, but we'll help you,
You can keep.
and you'll
the
help
truck.
us.
If you get me there and I get my truck back. You can.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement that's beneficial to the both of us.
Of
Maybe
course we
not.
can. Which was why I came to see you in the first place. We don't have
Why
much
didn't you do
time.
that when we were in the radiation tunnel instead of before we fought everything in here?
I had to
thought this
judge
was all
you.
vile garbage.
I had to judge you on your merits.
Well, having a robot try to smash my face in with a giant lance beam.
These are
isn't
not my
exactly-
robots. These are not my machines.
Okay.
They are reinforcements from your Dr.
Sorry.
Vile.
The monkey didn't understand that the big bad monkey's lapdog doesn't control the big bad's robots.
I understand. I should have explained more clearly. Listen, monkey. Dr. Vile subjugated my kind some time ago.
Boy, us too.
Nerd.
You're like, in this. Oh,
So while there's this moment where she has to disconnect and go back. So you're just like, okay, what are you saying in there? Just thinking about like in this little pocket of air in the stone blocks.
Oubliette.
Yeah, this little oubliette.
If I'm back together, I'm probably just listening to music.
I think
unimpressed.
I think you just like or just kind of like do this.
Finally, some alone time.
Yeah, the
I
camera
was just
sees you.
thinking that I was wondering whether or not the radiation would make my veggie fries like probably go stale or not.
There's just enough room for you to get your AirPods in. Link in the description
they're
below.
already in. They're already in.
Fair enough.
My AirPods are always in.
It is only a matter of time before his new constructs emerge on your planet as gods.
Yeah, let's stop that. Let's stop the ones here and the ones there. You can insult me more, because God, lady, I've been alive for a very long time. Not as long as that little kid, but
Quit bitching.
a long time.
The most unfortunate part about the situation is that you have given me hope.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's terrifying.
Wow. Apparently you've not been disappointed.
I'll let you know we're not the A team.
Or the B team. Or
Seems
any
totally
of the
confused.
first 24 letters.
We're the ones that neither side wanted.
Yep.
Your opportunity is simple. If you can disrupt the Nexus, as painful as it may be to certain aspects of galactic commerce, it will stop the travel of your adversaries to and from, including into your world. Those that are in transit, well, will perish.
Are those the lizard ones?
No, lizard ones.
Well, yeah, we blew up a bunch of lizard-looking things, and then that was just a minor little pod.
So it
We were trying
pauses.
to jump around to find him, and we
I think
jumped
he's
into.
talking about the missing heroes.
Yeah, the eyes move. Click, clack. And then
The
You
attack
said
on
the ones-
Ophidius sect, that was yours. That will take some explaining, won't it?
No, I don't give a shit about them. They're shooting at us.
We tried to talk to them too, but
Yep.
aliens aren't really receptive to
Apes.
things.
Well, in other places, you are aliens.
Yes,
I
that's
agree.
true.
And
I'm
ugly
alien
ones
on
at
my own
that.
planet, so let's.
so Blox. There's this moment in the middle of your what song are you listening to?
Pretty bird.
I can't. Better not be free.
No, that's. I'll probably listen to like some techno punk
Nice.
or
So
something.
just sort of just like really heavy, just like waiting for
Yeah,
this
just-
moment. So there's this crackle in your AirPods.
I realize that you can't be bothered by external things. I mean, even in here where... Well, this is as close to death as you're ever going to get, isn't it?
Probably not.
I need your help. I realize that your hard
I
exterior
thought I
is...
was bad at communicating to people, but that's not really what you're saying.
Oh, love. Your hard exterior is not unlike your, how do you call it? From your television. Magic shell. It's more brittle than you think, and it melts when you heat it up. It's okay, though. We all have that. Hear me when I tell you this.
Faults. I got plenty of them.
You can die here today, or you make an accord with me. That is your choice. It is as simple as that. I cannot waste another day in the service of that horrible filth. And you, for whatever reason, are the Maker's gift to me. So you
Also
either
something
step
I've
up
never
and
been told.
fulfill that role, or you will stay here and rot.
Kind of gonna have to take me out of my box. I'm not really like feeling the whole thing in this box. It's not really doing it for me.
That's not an answer.
See, I didn't ask for this to happen to me. This
But
just
you
kinda happened to
did,
me.
because you
I
came
didn't.
here. You asked
didn't.
exactly for
I
this
didn't ask to be
child.
made of little plastic toys. I didn't ask for that. It just kind of happened.
Well, you are somewhat of an anomaly, aren't you? How unfortunate.
That is the way it is. Yep.
You can't even make baby monkeys, can you?
Don't care.
Oh,
I hate children just like you. Oh, wait. You made a baby monkey, but you don't have him. So
There's a lot to say about what just came out of your word hole.
So I was wondering, I mean, all this like cramped space just makes me think of things. So whatever. Do you have a cloaca?
There's no visual, so you're just in there. And when I said there's like this much space in between your you know, so there's this like there's a silence.
No, I don't believe I do.
How do you
Would you like
reproduce?
one?
How do you reproduce?
Carefully.
Have a baby. Carefully. Is it like, I don't know, romantic?
Dead silence. There's no answer there. It's like processing, and it's like there's a software error on the word romantic.
So like we just
Error
need the
parsing.
kid in the car back.
He
And we should
pops
get
back
out
into
of
our area.
Can we
She's
have
in-
our delinquent back? She's got some wires crossed,
what
but
the
she's kind
hell
of
is wrong
integral
with
to our
her?
capacity for destruction.
I'm afraid that your child friend will remain here.
Okay, if you keep her, can we keep the car?
I never suggested that you
you
would
can
not
keep the car.
retain your vehicle. I merely suggested that it was under my control for the time being.
Okay.
Vis-a-vis, if we cannot strike an accord, no matter how many of these machines you destroy, no matter how many of
work with you.
you have,
Yeah.
but I do not trust you. You know why? Because I can see you for what you
Me?
are.
It's the mullet. It's the mullet, isn't it?
It's the mullet.
It's the mullet.
Episode title. It's the mullet.
Hold on. Before you start insulting me again, I reach into my fanny pack and pull out another beer.
Nice. It's the last one, because the last one, you literally had tucked in your pants, and it was like fanny hot, if you
Yeah,
recall.
well, it is butt temperature. Okay, proceed to insult me some more.
It is not my desire to insult you.
Oh,
But you have arrived here unannounced. You have entered with violence.
yes.
You could have come, say, through the other door, around the other side of the planetoid where
So
we
that's not
have.
really how our travel works. So I mean, no, that might be how your whole setup, your whole shebang is set up, but that's not really.
We
how
teleported in with stolen tech from Vile.
We definitely did not do that.
It was pre-programmed.
It was not.
Such well-aligned allies you are.
I'm a driver.
What can I do to assure you and you'll give us back the girl and let us go on our way and fuck Vile up?
Can I hear this conversation
No.
in my little box? Oh.
No, you're not in a little box. You're like a mile and a half into this planetoid in a space that was created for your corpse. It's kind of like that. It's like this little horrible, just like, oh dear.
You just give us the
Second edition
coordinates to
imprisonment.
this,
Yeah.
like a Nexus. We'll do our thing. It'll
her-
stop working.
Tell her I'll
You
buy
do your
her
part.
her own shawarma stand. If she behaves.
So do I have all of your words that we have an accord.
Yes.
So
But you
with this
also-
sort of, and
Only
it's standing
reason
right
we came here was to get him. We didn't know you were here.
Dr. Vile is not here.
Well, we didn't know that. It
Yeah,
didn't
we've
say on our
come to
little
realize
card.
that.
How did you arrive here? Did you just fly around in your whatever that is?
Sort of.
Yes,
Yes,
actually.
Sort of. Sort of. It
I
kind
believe
of
I believe the exact thing was punch it.
And I think that's when she comes back, right? So you're there, and your kind of arms are like this because you were adjusting your AirPods or whatever, and picking a song to listen to, and you're back, and you're like, I believe the words were "punch it."
This one has much to learn,
I've been telling her that for about a year now.
but she may be the only thing that keeps you alive.
Just waiting for a teacher.
Oh, fuck.
Know anybody? Got night classes or something?
The Nexus.
Yeah,
Again.
where's that thing?
These crystals, their resonance, it's more religious than science, I suppose, in some ways, but all of the
What's
energies.
fucking wrong with it?
Blox. Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
I think you're just kind of.
Just
Give me a real quick. Do give me a. Let me think how I want to do that. Give me a persuasion check, Gundy.
Oh yeah, that's gotta go work.
No, not Blox.
Look at that roll I rolled though.
This is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got like a D4 in this.
With a
There's no way.
-1.
It's a wild gets it.
Wild,
Yeah, so it's obviously there's this moment like when adults are talking, right, and the kids just being spastic. We've all had that moment. This person or thing, whatever, just pauses and waits for you to have your moment with Blox. Gundy.
I suppose we could continue the charade, or we could agree to move forward. But if you interrupt me one more time, just once, you will die. This I swear to you. Do you understand, young lady? I am bound here. My powers are profound here. Vile has managed to execute a plot, as I'm sure your world is well aware, that covers it covers all of the angles. But there is one weakness. His assumption that his mastery of this power is absolute. It is not. The Nexus, if interrupted, no more travel. Local powers might be one thing, but these broad, sweeping attacks that he executes across innocent worlds will no longer be possible. And you then will have an opportunity to raise an army and strike back at him on behalf of your people and your, what was it? Shawarma? This is what I propose to you. I can send you there. And if you're successful, I can bring you back.
Well, let's go.
You guys do like signatures or blood bonds?
I like what it's Blox is like. I think she's got to be like, she got like a fidget spinner or something. She's just like, oh my god, I got so many one-liners for this. Like, oh my god, I got some.
I handed her my cell phone.
I already have a clone of it anyway.
I know.
So we have an accord.
Tell us what we need to do.
Well, I suppose you would need to tell me what you would like to prepare.
What you got?
I really don't know much about us. We don't really prepare very well.
My resources here are limited, but whatever you may have, I can disrupt the perception of these constructs as needed. So you are safe now. But beyond the raw ore and crystals and such, there's little here that may be of use to you.
I just have one request.
Actually, what do you do with these crystals?
Why? We sell them, of course.
And like all of the eyes are kind of like, and like what? Like cha-ching kind of thing.
What can you tell us about the Nexus that might help us?
It is an aggregation point for the energy that exists in these crystals. It is an ancient power that is little understood. One thing that is certain is that all power is channeled through this one place, like a a center almost of the universe, one might say. Interrupt the nexus. Interrupt the flow of the power. Take the power back. Should take great care not to destroy it completely because, depending on which science you follow, it is possible that you might destroy the universe.
It says mutteringly, almost like, let me just slide that in there.
Can I get a numerical number on that?
Were it only that I knew. Again, my kind has been with your kind for a very long time. We did not expect your simian race to rise up as it has. But as many answers as we can provide you on all that you are and all that you were, there are still aspects of the universe that are mysteries to us as well.
Can you tell us anything about who Vile works with? Who'll be at this nexus?
You are right to
Where
ask.
Where is this nexus?
Where isn't it? It is everywhere. Dimensions as you know them. How naive. But there are
Forget
three.
how small my brain is. Explain.
It isn't about your brain. It is about things that we cannot all comprehend. There's a fabric that we come in and out of, and some of us know a bit here, and some of us know a bit there, but what I can tell you about the Nexus is that it is a place one can visit. With the right help. And it is not unguarded, as Ignatius Vile knew much the same. Reading the ancient books and more modern ones as well that point to ancient encounters with, as you say, aliens, the Anunnaki, the Enki, and those, my forebears. He traced that back to the Nexus. That's where he found the crystal at first, and the rest, well, as they say, is history. In many realities that we will be doomed to relive if you're not successful.
How do we disrupt it without destroying it? Do you have any advice?
No.
We do what we normally do.
Wing it.
Is it really winging it, or are you selling yourselves short?
All the time.
I was wondering if I could ask a question.
Of course you can.
Do you have about 10 ounces of hot water?
All of these, it was just funny. I think there's this exchange, Byron, and the camera pans back to this this creature, and all of these eyes are just staring. It's like a Guillermo del Toro kind of creature looking thing, eyes, and they just are all like, oh.
And I'll use my special thing that I can pull out a needed item once per session, and I pull out a little vegan cup of noodles.
You require sustenance. I understand. Some of your kind gets most disagreeable when they are hungry.
Especially her.
It's just her all the time.
Like, she's bad now, but when she's hungry.
Please, let us.
And there's this whoosh, and you are no longer in this sort of cavernous place, but in this incredibly cold. It's probably 36 Fahrenheit. But very nice, Spartan sort of decorations, metal curves. It's essentially like a sitting area where all of the furnishings are sort of part of the metal formation. Like they almost were designed together if you like sort of emerged from the same form, a mold or something. Chairs, there's some tables here or there, but it's very Spartan, almost like something you would expect to see in like a brutalist painting or something.
Here. Is this better? You will find all the sustenance that you need here.
Glancing around,
Roy?
Huh? Old Roy.
No phones?
No old Roy for you, buddy.
Guess what else I have in my fanny pack, buddy?
Oh, you got a little baggie of old Roy?
Like Scooby biscuits.
Nice.
Oh boy.
What do you do as you're here and outside of this sort of mine environment?
I'm looking for hot water.
I'm going to assume that there's some hot water of some kind provided, although it's going to have a very mineral taste to it. But in your noodles,
It's terrible.
It's mineral water.
Can I make a science roll to figure out the alkaline content of the water that I'm drinking?
if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
8.5.
So you pull out some test strips and shit, and you're just like, hey, it's actually pretty good.
It's actually
It's a
pretty
good
good.
situation.
Yeah.
So now that we are here and we are all friends, your kind, and
It kind of glances at you as you do that.
at least for now. Eh?
Yeah, that's what I figured, before you do enslave our planet too. It's cool.
Enslave your planet. You fool. We made your planet.
You said slipping rocks for you.
Your kind evolved with our help. Your kind learned with our help. Your kind is alive with our help.
Okay. Thank you.
We left you to your own devices, and you bred that kind of hatred, that kind of malicious
I know.
abuser.
I know.
Were it up to me, what could I rewrite history? We would have burned you when we had the chance, for fear that you could give birth to something that horrible.
I didn't.
Look how this little creature suffers in your service.
He points at Rocket.
Look. He serves you willingly, ignorantly. You taught it to talk.
Nope.
Well, actually, they're kind of more like my servants in a way. I'm kind of the brains of this whole operation. I let them run wild a lot, and they're a little out of control, but it's kind of my pack of dogs.
I
you know?
cannot believe
no,
that this
no,
is what
no.
the fates have shown me. I cannot believe that this is what the future holds. The one possibility that this. I'm
sorry.
The one eye.
Come here.
You gotta hug this very stiffly. You come in and the brass eyes and whatever the kind of headgear's like clackling as you come in and like mullet to
okay.
alien.
We'll get your kid back.
What?
Just before
He said, "It's like, what are
It's
you
called
doing?"
reassurance.
give me. Hey, how about that? Give me a roll, persuasion roll.
Yeah. My best stat.
Hey, for those that just joined the stream, it's alien cuddling time. Apparently, nice. Wild die saves you. So,
Hey! Look at that.
How is it that you?
no words are being said, right? To the rest of you, you hear it clear as day, Gandhi.
How is it
I'm
that you?
gonna disconnect my AirPods and play like a country song for them, like a really romantic country song.
Yeah, right before she tears holes in my truck.
How is it that you find yourself in the company of such undescribable dysfunction?
Desperation.
As you reassure it, you don't hear this, by the way, Blox, but it's just this brain convogue happening between the alien as you're hugging it, and it's kind of just very stiff. Like, actually, my stepdaughter's like this. You hug her, like anyone, and even her boyfriend is so funny to watch. She's like, it's like, wow, that's cool. That's going to work out for you well in the long term.
Wonder if you can adopt this kid.
Do you say that out loud?
Oh, she was worse before I adopted her. She'll get better.
This is your child?
No. But she doesn't have an adult figure that's told her no.
I see. I was going to suggest that you and I work together to end the genetic line before it further perverts itself.
She's back there.
Don't have to worry about that.
Walking in slow motion, every breath you take.
Puff her in the shoulder.
Unless she pays for it, she's not going to reproduce.
Some of this are like it's staring at you. There's like one eye that kind of switches. It's trying to calculate. It doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I learned a long time ago that people that do stupid things, but for good reasons, deserve a chance to redeem. And this is my karma. So if I can help her, then maybe it'll make up for the bad shit I've done.
Perhaps the best way to help her would be to educate her in that the action she takes today will decide the future of your kind tomorrow.
I think we're still on step one. Every time we think we just get there, something goes back. It's like there's a month between our lessons.
What is time?
An artificial construct at this point.
So, if we are finished admonishing each other,
It says kind of stepping back and kind of bringing the room back to sort of center.
I can be a vessel to transport you wherever you must go. Your vehicle is obviously yours. The air freshener is horrific anyway.
It looks at Gundy. It's like what is it? Is it a coconut? What is it? New Carson? What is it? It's one of the. Is it,
Black ice.
oh, is it black ice? It's got to be black ice.
I was gonna say it's like saddle soap and.
It's probably like American Steel.
And I think
Old Spice and Aqua.
Donovan, I think you're just like stressed out because you can see it and you can't smell it because you can't interact with the world that way anymore. But you're just like, God, I'm glad I can't smell it because that shit.
It's a big American flag.
Yeah.
It smells like Axe body spray.
Well, usually it's to cover up the wet dog smell. I didn't even have those in there until. Never mind.
I can't be wet. I run faster than the water can touch me.
The friction dries like science. I know it's terrible.
So I don't know what you've been doing in your car, but it isn't from me.
It still says dog catcher on the side of the truck.
So, allow me to show you this, if I may. With all of you
Glancing at Blox.
paying attention. Here.
So there's this kind of this very large kind of just fluid room where everything is part of the same construct. It's like it's hard to describe how unnatural that looks, but you're there and this kind of shimmering image appears over this sort of disc in the floor at this creature's sort of command. And there's this image of this huge crystal slowly turning. And there's this bizarre, similar to this structure, right? Walkway around it and series of walkways leading into it, or not into it, but up to it, right? Like kind of sort of as a central focus. And slowly zooming in, the camera reveals the face of a hero that you all grew up just like, oh my, it's I gotta do this. Sorry. Power guy. So he's there with his big, long, stupid yellow cape and his blue shirt and his giant pectoral muscles. And he's just standing there like heroes do on the covers of comic books, staring out into space, guarding against, I guess, space or something. Oops.
This is the Nexus. as we see it now. It is guarded by something just short of a god. Inky would have had to have knelt before him. A genetic mutation, an aberration, invincible by your standards. You will have to kill him. And then you will see your prize. And we can bring this conflict to an end.
Did it look like he had crystals hanging out of his head like the other?
Oh yeah, he did. So, I'll have an image for you guys when we get there. But yeah, he's just perfect specimen, right? He's got this shock of like beautiful blonde, kind of like military cut hair, as you have to have when you're a superhero because it messes with the aerodynamics and stuff. But huge bristling muscles. But as he turned, yeah, there's an array of these things in the back of his head.
Kind of messes up the whole heroic scene.
Oh yeah,
It does. It's
Is there
terrible.
ways to get those out of? I like to think that I grab a chair and I like squeak it across the floor and jump up and point at the crystals. I'm like, can we get those
you
out
like
of his
pause
head?
this. You're like pause this.
I'm like,
Hang
hang
on.
on.
What do you ask him?
Can we get those out of his head without killing him or like making him? So like I've been trying, but it's.
It usually ends up with giant holes.
Well, you must subdue them first. There is a procedure that we could reverse. Though, his mental acuity may not be what it once was, but yes, if you could subdue him, we could remove that and return him to his own control, I suppose. Or yours. Better yet, we could realign him.
It smiles, a kind of bizarre, and all the eyes kind of are there.
Let's
just like
stick with his own.
give
Either
yourself
way, we have to subdue him first.
give yourself an extra Benny when we start up next time, Tyler. That was a good decision.
Yeah, that's
Like hell yeah, give me a remote control.
I didn't want to interrupt. We're not going to give Alien Stock Lady a god.
Yeah, no, that's what.
Yeah, a little more IQ, a little less GQ.
This place is Ignatius Vile's only weakness today. All of your heroes and all of their power are under his sway. And you, well, you are well on his radar, shall we say. But if, and only if you can kill or subdue this one and interrupt the Nexus, why, we could bring the fight back to him in due time.
We just have to subdue or kill the strongest hero our planet's ever seen.
Oh, but of course.
We're in.
It's 9:55. Eric's got to stop at 10. Let's call it right there. We do just, in fact, have to destroy the strongest superhero ever imagined, which is going to be an unholy and unfair amalgamation of all the superheroes that I've ever read about in one blonde. And, hey, did you guys watch the Olympic pole vault guy? He's got that going on too, guys.
That's what I was going to say. When you said, when you did that voice, it was like giant balls.
What?
Perfect in every way. Power guy.
Yeah, Blox decided instead of being a superhero, she was going to be an Australian breakdancer.
She could change into different shit while she's doing it. That would be amazing.
Just as good at coordination,
Going to
too.
be a Lego kangaroo next time.
Okay, so before we call
Unfortunately,
it,
that seems like a one-time thing.
I got to ask you guys, what do you need to set you up for this? Because that is where we're going next. Is poof, we're here.
I'm going to need my woodcaster.
The finger of God.
I have is going to
I don't recall you getting a finger of God. Hey, by the way, though, Donovan,
But if I could, that's what I would need to, stop Power Guy.
Where's
So after-
the Monkey King?
I have promised you an additional power, and I normally reveal these in secret, but I think it's funny. I'm going to say it on stream. You're going to be able to have a bolt power, which is ectoplasm, because you've been trying to do this to this thing so much. I'm going to give you a bolt power, which is ectoplasmic, and it can actually cause damage.
Oh.
So we'll talk about the specifics of that later.
Ooh,
But
he's got
So,
spice.
Snot-
the first
snot
thing I
missile.
need is every article on Power Guy I can find.
oh, there's a
I wanna
whole series of
research-
comic books,
yeah.
dude.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's
Got
good.
him in the truck right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speed read through all that. I want to learn every power we've ever documented him having,
And any rumored weaknesses.
and any rumored weaknesses, probably none. But he's Power Guy.
He was never defeated in any of the comics, probably.
Yeah, not yet. Challenged, but not defeated. Of course not. Of course not.
Yep.
If we just battle his mentality through the crystal, we might be able to force him through the other side in some sort of emotional pull. I don't know.
I like to think that so there's this after, by the way, this creature is Vanthrax for those who care. He would send you on your way in Stacy. He doesn't have much to offer you. He can give you all the crystals you want. Rocket.
Can you help me overpower this mining laser and attach it to an arm?
It's a sonic weapon. Sure.
That chilly. I get to make you some earbuds too to block out that sound.
Yeah, I think you not so much him, but I think that you and Blox, because you're both scientists, right? And actually Gundy, I think, has got a little bit of that. But the three of you, if you guys,
Yeah, but mine's more like redneck engineering.
Which is kind of what we need.
That's kind of what we
you
need.
like steal your neighbor's cable. You could be like, I can make it more powerful. We got to steal my neighbor's cable.
I can duct tape that shit to your arm, no problem.
Give me two science rolls
Chain it.
with a
You
raise.
just use a toe chain, right? And just put it on there.
There's Red Rocket succeeds.
I have repair. I don't have something.
You want a science check? Is that what
I
you're
do.
doing?
Yeah.
How long have we been here? Is it was going to be like, are we going to be able to rest before we have to make that science check? Or
Yes, I think that's okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
you're
it's
fatigued.
because
You,
I'm
you would be
fatigued,
cared
so that's
for.
why.
Absolutely, you would be cared
yeah,
for.
that
Very
was-
well, actually.
that's my question.
Yes.
Science.
Oh God.
Hey,
Yeah.
So
Nah, you fucked it
biggest
up. Hold on.
brains
There
in
we
the
go.
galaxy.
you okay. So Rocket's like, yeah, hey, I could turn this into like a weapon, and you're like, yeah, but if you do it like that, it's kind of basically like a sonic switchblade. Check this shit out. It's a
It is a void caster to a head.
It is a sonic lance, is what you have now. And I will sort out, like, if you remind me, please, Tyler. Yes. So that if you do this, that's what you'll have on an arm on your back. Mordred, what are you bringing with you to the gala?
I'm interrogating that guy to get as much information about enemy composition and what kind of weapons they have, like how they compare to what these mining machines that were guarding this place. Are they the same or worse?
Yeah, so you're gonna give me a persuasion roll. It's gonna be fine either way, but I just want to know how buddy you get with Vanthrax. Wow. Okay. You're like best buds. So what's funny is you're swapping stories of you're like Stonehenge. Stonehenge. What? What are you? Are you serious? You
when
guys
was
were
the last time you were on Earth?
So yeah, let's just go binge watch Anunnaki stuff because that's where this guy came from, right? Like he's that guy.
Like an ant.
Yeah. So, okay. What you get is depressing. So Vile is working with the Ophidius sect, who you were just visited. It is the reptilians who have been on Earth off and on.
They got cloacas.
They definitely probably do. Some bigger than others, if I'm being honest, but we're not judging. So the Ophidius sect has an armada that is poised and at the ready to invade. Was. I mean, You kind of created a bit of a
Do
disturbance.
much to it, yeah.
The kicker, though, is that Vile has basically enslaved all of these heroes. To what end, you're not 100% sure. But he shows you these little bits of, again, glimmering holograph sort of footage of like turmoil. Think about like just, you know, a bird-like alien race or like a bugbear kind of thing running and fire behind them as Vile prepares to leverage his superhero army against something. You're not sure what something is, but it's pretty bad. This is your shot, is what it comes down to. Give me a notice check, Mordred, while you're doing that with that raise. Let me think about that. Jesus, again. I hate your dice. I hate your dice. Somebody in. Hey, Eric, he'll come over and fix your camera if you can fix his roll 20 dice to roll normal. So it strikes you that there's maybe a political angle here if we interrupt galactic commerce by fucking up the Nexus. Is that smart? Like there's an angle there that bothers you.
Is he going to come in and clean up the mess? Is he the follow-up to Vile?
Who, Vamprax?
Yeah.
He, she, whatever?
Of course not.
We've only uplifted you.
Yeah, you don't know. It's a
maybe
mean.
I
It's
just
a
wanna
means
go
to an
there
end.
and destroy the whole thing and leave everyone isolated.
Yeah, you guys are all just like floating in space after that shit's done. That's fine. Blox is like flying. It's just like a bunch of butterflies flying back to Earth. Like, God damn
After
it!
about
You
100
said we
years,
have-
it's just Mordred and I playing game after game after game of cards.
You said we have all these Power Guy comics, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think between all of you, I'd guess you have them all.
So would we? I don't know, like what kind of like technology we have phone wise or whatever, but
Here,
would
nothing.
would we be able to? Okay, I was gonna say, I want to write down or basically skim through, if I have enough time, all of the weapons that have ever been used against Power Guy that did nothing,
Okay.
so that we know what not to do.
Fair point. So I think we'll end the stream this way. So the scene changes. You guys are sitting in a conference room. It's like this beautiful corporate conference room. And there's this pile of comics. And you guys have like you've requested a bunch of stuff, right? Stacy's
Scratch and
safe,
sniff
Gundy.
markers.
And this person walks in with like a weird beanie hat on. It's like weird wisps of hair sticking out here or there, maybe. And it's Grimes. And he's there to help however you need to, even though he's pretty sure that Blox balded his ass out. Let's end it here, guys, because I know Eric's got to go. Thanks for joining. We're going to do this again soon, and this will be the last of it for this season of Vile Dawn. So